and welcome back to the Pain into Power podcast. Woo! What a nightmare. It is absolutely lashing it down outside. So we're gonna have to change the plans and do today's podcast inside, which I'm not happy about really, because I like to be out in the nature. But this is my gorgeous little sanctuary anyway. Is this on? Oh my god, panic. This is my lovely room. These are my 21 balloons from when I was 21, literally last week. Oh, get me Maryland, sorry. Got just been to shop, got milk and cookies, and I've just been rained on because it's awful outside. But anyway, hello, my name is Chloe Seymour. Sorry, I'm so bad at this. And welcome back to the Pain into Power podcast. Woo! I need to remember not to scream into this mic because I'm so bad for it. But please get yourself a cup of tea, maybe some bickies if you're feeling like it. And join me. Oh, sorry. Nobody signed up for ASMR. Let me put that down. Okay, so I am back. And this is the first proper little episode of the podcast. So I just did the intro before. I have actually got a little bit of notes down here because I feel like, for your benefit only. If you keep seeing me sort of looking down, just know that it's for your benefit so that I can stay on track. All right? So this episode is mainly about the importance of healing for collective frequency shift, and for genuinely the importance of people kind of doing the work that needs to be done inside of them and addressing the pain that they hold inside of them so that we can all live in more peace. Because if you think about someone who's homophobic, right, it's usually because something in you is upset about that person being as free to love, or if someone's expressing their gender very, if someone's gender bending the rules and that offends you, that's something in you, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's why there's so much hate and stuff and discomfort and, just so much not, what's the word when stuff's not working, like not collaboration, just so much separation, individualism, but just hatred as well, and judgment, because people judge what they don't understand. And what I'm asking from you is, what I would like from people is an attempt to open up their minds and access a wisdom and a peace, and also kind of be responsible for some of the internal wounds you are holding. Don't get me wrong, it's really horrible and horrendous. I wouldn't recommend it. It's terrifying, it's horrible. It's not something enjoyable. It's not for the weak-hearted. I just got to check this is actually recording before Okay. Yeah, it's not for the weak-hearted. I tell you that for a fact now. It's not for the weak-hearted, seeing what hurt you and all the rest of it. But there really is a beauty and a power in it. Pain into Power podcast. And I do think it's actually essential if we want to shift the frequency, the overall frequency. Not please. But it's like, I think we need to have a conversation about how actually we're so quick to blame other people and blame the world, and that's me anyway, and blame the world. But it's actually there's a lot of things that are living inside you that actually create your own suffering. And this is what all this Pain into Power podcast is about. When you find out what pain is living within you, and when you address that and express that and feel that, girl, that's when it can be transmuted. And that's what we all want, really. Look how cute this little elephant is. I got it for a drama piece. Oh, do you know what? I thought that in my bedroom I wouldn't get as distracted because there's not the nature, but I love my bedroom. I might do a little bedroom tour for you guys. Just comment down below if you'd love a bedroom tour. Because I love it. It's just amazing. Anyway, this is because I needed to create a sanctuary for myself because, this is I've done a lot of healing in here. I did a lot of healing first year as well, but Jesus Christ. Okay, so, yeah. Yeah, that's for you, that is. Me staying on chat, yeah? Oh, actually, see what I did last time in my video? I had a tea, didn't drink it. Just kept picking it up, didn't drink it. So we are. I'm gonna drink it. That's my first, I've been gagging for that. I had to go all the way to the shop. I had to get milk. Went all the way to the shop with my card, didn't I? Left my phone on charge at home. No money in the bank, though, Chloe. So I went to the shop and he's like, excuse me, no, declined. I thought, oh, that's because there's no money in my bank, actually, yeah. So I had to go all the way back. And that's why my hair looks shit. Do you know what? I did my makeup and everything. I was going to go down the Lark Lane. I was going to go Sefton Park and film this podcast and I made myself look all pretty. And then it's raining. It's actually pissing it down. It's lashing it down. Literally lashing it down. Pissed off, I am pissed off. What do I do? Sit in my house looking like this for no reason? No, I'm joking, go on, it's for you. It's for you. But yeah, anyway, I've been to the shop and managed to get my milk eventually. My milk and cookies. Who am I? Milk and cookies. Anyway. Yeah, I've been too harsh on myself about eating, shit. And I'll get into that because I think when things aren't feeling good here, or when you're just going through so much, I feel like we then it's easy to control things like that's why people get obsessed with what they're eating or obsessed with and we get obsessed with those kind of things. Or when we're feeling pain that we don't have the time to feel, or we're not in the position, the safe space, or we're not in a safe space to feel, it's like we then go into addictive tendencies, which I'm going to get into a little bit later. But the first little minute I'm trying to do is my experience with darkness and what it taught me. Well, I've always been. I'm gonna have to take. I'm hot in here. See if I was in the nature, I'd keep keeping my nice little jacket on, but I can't 'cause I'm boiling. I've got a cute little top on underneath. You love it. Okay, bear with me. It's getting hot in here. So take up all your clothes. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Right. Yeah, so what I realised was I've always been a very optimistic person, and I actually last night had a very big revelation. I actually cried a lot last night, but it was for, oh my God, every time I come on here, I've been crying. No, but it was a very good thing. It was very, very releasing. I feel very, very good because I actually realised I thought I'd healed this part of myself, thought I'd let go of it, but it turns out, well, no, it's just, anyway, shut up, Chloe, I'm just down the task, really, is what people want from you. So my experience of the darkness. Oh, the reason why I'm saying it though is because it came with a message, and I was so quick to be like, fucking hell, can't believe I'm sad. Like, how am I still sad? I do all this spiritual work. I can't believe it. This is the same thing I was saying in the intro. I do all this spiritual work. How am I going to? Because the thing is, yes, you're right. You do all this spiritual work, shouldn't be sad, whatever. The universe should be blessing me. I can't lie, you are being a bit slow. Like, it is, it's whatever. I just trusted it's all for me great. It's good. And it is, I know it is, yeah. Like, no one changes the world through being comfortable, and complicit. And no one's, but yeah, you see my guy Bob, he knows. Anyway, so, right. You're so bad. Surrender, emotions. Yes, emotions come with messages, right? So what I realised was when you feel an emotion, I'm so quick to be like, oh my God, can't believe it. Why I'm still sad. Can't believe it. I'm feeling like shit. No way. I've literally been going here, doing the gym. I've been going here, doing that, eating well. What do you mean I'm feeling sad? And it's like, actually, energy lives in your body. You don't realise that actually, in a lot of the time as well, as an ADHD girlie, I'm starting to learn ADHD, and I feel like ADHD is like a thing that you can't really describe. It's actually a very big spectrum of an experience, and it's just also like, I think everyone's a little bit, But anyway, God, I hate you, Chloe. I just hate you. You're so terrible. Anyway, it's fine. You can go back. Right. So surrender emotions. Yeah, they have a message. So what I realised was that I am so quick to dismiss get angry at the fact that I'm upset or whatever. But actually, I have to allow what I've learned in my darkness. Genuinely, what I've learned, I just got scared because I was like, oh my God, I've never been depressed like this. Oh, I was just about to say that in the moment, sometimes you're not in the space to be able to feel it or process it. So it's sort of like your nervous system protects you. And then, so in a moment where you may feel pain or you may be experiencing actual real life trauma, you don't know, or something's very triggering for you, in that moment, your nervous system will protect you. And you won't, you're not going to stand there and be like, what, you did just really hurt me? What, you did just really hurt me? Oh my God. You're not going to say that. You're going to be like, all right, yeah, okay, yeah. And then you're going to realise 10 weeks later that, oh my God, that traumatised you so much. And yeah, so, no, but what I'm saying is, your emotions come with a message every time. So you in your body, you retain energy. Your nervous system is constantly having a sensory experience, okay? So it's constantly receiving messages from the outside world. Tea break. Oh, I can't believe I'm actually drinking my tea this time. How exciting. I'm making progress and I'm staying on track. Well, kind of. God. No, it's just blank again. That's right, we can edit this. I'm going to have a biscuit because I don't care. I want a biscuit. We can edit this. Hold on, I want a biscuit. So yeah, your body stores information. Well, so yeah, your nervous system is having sensory, and then also you're having an emotional response to things that you're experiencing, and then also you're having like physical response. Your whole body is going through so like that's what I think ADHD. I'm just hyper aware of that process. That's why it becomes harder for me to just be like, oh, everything's fine, I'm doing all right. Yeah. Just sit me in this classroom for 10 hours and I'll just sit here and do nothing. No. I'm very aware of the fact that I'm constantly having this sensory experience. Okay, it's not ADHD, darling. It's actually just a superpower you haven't tapped into. No, I'm joking. So it's not a superpower, is it? Because you can't stay on track and you're literally jarring. You're jarring. No, I'm joking. Of course you're not jarring. I love you. You're a queen. Careful what you say to yourself. Honestly, she hears it all. Okay, anyway. So, yeah. Obviously, because of this sensory experience, your body has a way of storing things, maybe, if they can't be processed. So my thing is, I function very well when I have my time to feel, my time to express, my time to process, and then I'm like, oh, I know why that happened. I have to debrief my days. Like, that's why a lot of the time I will be out in the garden after a long day. Like, I crave nature. I crave just sitting down, having a breathe, having a meditation, having some breaths. I need that most days. I need that recluse, because I need to come out of the sensory experience, out of the overstimulation, and I need the recluse to process what the hell I'm feeling and what I've gone through. Otherwise, it doesn't feel like... Otherwise, you don't know what the hell you're feeling, or why you suddenly feel shit, or why you're so monumentally shattered or exhausted or angry. If you're a very angry person, I promise you now, there's pain behind that. Because I used to be a very angry person. Turns out I'm actually just a sensitive. No, I'm joking. It's just I like to have jokes with myself. Just turns out I'm actually hurting a lot. So yeah, I think what I've learned then, to conclude, is that emotions have messages, and when you process them emotions, when you give yourself time to feel, only then can you literally be like, oh my god, that's where it comes from, that's why I'm feeling like this. So the reason why I'm always angry and certain things trigger me is because of this experience that I had. And then once you pull it out and bring it out to the light, it's like, you don't control me no more, or you don't get to sit here anymore, because actually I've found you. I've found, like, let's imagine your body's like a whole temple, because it is. Just my phone. My housemate probably hear me, probably thinks I'm nuts, but I think it's like, imagine your body's a temple, and there's energy, and like, if you find, you'll go, oh, excuse me, hello, oh, and then it's like, oh yeah, sorry, I was sat there, yeah, I've been sat there for quite a while, but you didn't pay attention to me, you've been busy. So energy stores in your body. Take that as a lesson. And then also, when an emotion comes, it has a message. Listen to the message, and also love yourself unconditionally. Do not attach emotions to an emotion. Do not attach anger to your sadness. Do not attach sadness to your sadness. Don't be upset that you're upset. Allow yourself to be. It's fucking easier said than done, I can tell ya. Because when you feel sad, especially if you've been feeling sad a lot, it's scary. You feel like, oh my god, I'm depressed. Like, will it ever stop? Will it ever end? And it's really, really scary. I'm gonna say, scary. I never used to really struggle with like low mood, but I think that's because I was in a survival mode where ADHD was full swing. I was in a survival mode because I wasn't in a safe space I wasn't in a safe space, love you mum, but it was like I wasn't in a safe space to feel in terms of my own even awakening. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't even at the point of being able to face my emotions, because I needed to go through stuff still. And anyway, when you're in the heat of the mess and stuff like that, it's not the time and place to be healing. When I recluse, so this is why I have to recluse. When I moved to uni and I was on my own and I had all this time to think, that's when it all hit me like a shit ton of bricks. No, but it was slowly hitting me anyway when I was at 18, and I spent a lot of time in the nature when I was at 18. As soon as I turned 18, I was like, and then I had a gap year and stuff like that. And anyway, what I've learned is that every emotion has a message, all right? So listen to your emotions, try and journal. If you feel like shit, journal, or talk a podcast. Get on your voice memos and just start talking about it, or talk to yourself in your room. Honestly, I know it sounds stupid and you feel like, I ain't doing that, I ain't doing it. Well, would you want to stay depressed then? Huh? Yeah? Stop creating your own suffering. I'm joking. But seriously, it genuinely is the most helpful thing to journal. Even if you're not a good writer, just say, I feel like shit. I can't stop feeling like shit. Keep writing. Do you know what I mean? And you'll find that even if you don't get a solution, you've let it out and you're addressing it in another form that is, because when things sit in your mind, it's the most dangerous place for things to sit, because once you have a bad thought, all these other thoughts start coming in, and then before you know it, depressed, and then before you know it, you're debilitated. I can't even deal with this mind. I'd rather sleep. I'd rather die than have this going on and on and on and on, making me feel like shit. So yeah, I feel like journaling, talking, any kind of expression, art, anything where you can get how you're feeling out is the best thing, because it will help you to understand, and it will just help you to, if it's not here, thank God, get it out. Your mind is your worst enemy sometimes. I hate to say it, but also, if you, a book for you, Eckhart Tolle, Power of the Now, will help you really understand what I'm talking about, how your mind can be, and how thoughts, we mistake our thoughts for our actual reality. We also identify a lot of our emotions. So when an emotion comes up, we think that emotion is our entire reality. Like, I did it yesterday. I was like, that's it. I'm just always depressed. I literally can't do it anymore, because I felt sad for a minute. Well, it wasn't sad for a minute, but I'm actually feeling sad quite a lot, so you don't mug me off. No, I'm joking. I never used to get sad like this, though. So that's why I feel like it's a different thing for me, and I'm trying to learn it. It's all right. I'm good. I'm going with the flow. I actually quite like it. I think it's quite a unique experience. I think it's like one of them where I'm loving myself unconditionally. I'm letting what I need to come through. I'm learning that I'm actually not as fiery and angry. I'm actually a lot more sensitive, and I like my peace. Turns out this Aries is actually a Scorpio. No, it's actually a Cancer. No, please don't. Anyway, so yeah, emotions have messages, and energy lives within you. So it may be, you don't realize that something that happened to you 5 million years ago is still sat in your body causing you pain. So definitely take some time to try and get to know these things. Anything, like, if you're short tempered, anything that stands out to you, try and explore it. Why always be curious, ask why is this emotion here. Try and be the observer of your emotion and your thoughts. Try and ask why this emotion, why this thought, why this experience I'm having. Ask why. Don't just be like, this is it, this is what I'm having, this is it, me, this is me, this is me, this is me, this is me, her. Because once I started journaling last night, I was like, oh my God, bless you. You're still carrying. No, but I was like, I actually uncracked the code. Like, I actually continuously crack the code, and I need to start remembering that pain is power. And Glennon Doyle taught me that pain comes with a message, and it comes with, every time pain comes, she actually gets excited, or she actually thanks the pain, because she knows that it comes with a message. She knows that it comes with a journey, with a, so yeah. Little did I know, pain actually comes with a fucking, it's good for you. Apparently, it's character building. No, but it is good for you. Oh, okay. So then I want to go literally briefly about addiction and gratification, instant yet temporary release from pain. So when we're in pain, you may not even, so we can go through classic addictions. Okay. So drinking, smoking, drugs, whatever. But even addiction, in terms of like, we get addicted, right? First of all, because there's a consumerist culture that keeps us addicted. Just eat, 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 eat. Like Uber Eats. That advert. Seriously, just eat, 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 eat. And it shows you like all these different foods. It's like, why are you literally trying to poison our body, mind, and soul? I hate you for that. Hate you so much. But yeah, there's all, consumerist culture is hefty. It's out there. It's really buy, consume, no matter if it's killing everyone else, and no matter if there are children dying elsewhere for your convenience, just still consume. No matter if the Mother Earth is literally on her last straw dying, it doesn't matter. Keep fracking, keep killing her. Don't worry about it. Greed, greed, greed. So that's why we get addicted. We have addictive tendencies anyway, because there's a consumerist culture, and it's disgusting. So there's that, but then there's also, it's not addiction. I think we really crave relief from pain. Don't blame me. This 3D realm is quite something, isn't it? But we've actually all volunteered to be here, so you better go over it. No, not all of us. I don't know what happens. I don't know. I don't get it completely and utterly. I know that I volunteered to come here, so I'm actually, I reckon I was held at gunpoint, but apparently not. Yeah, me and Spirit have a laugh about it. I was definitely held at gunpoint, because this is just fucking ridiculous. It's fine. It's fine. I definitely said it's fine, so it's fine. I said it's fine. No, but look, it's one of them where, yeah, it's a crazy place. So of course we want to get relief. And so yeah, we end up doing things like going out for a drink, and there's this drinking culture is very advertised anyway, and it's very normalized anyway. Even though alcohol is literally, spirits are bad. Please try and avoid spirits. Wine and beer, have a good time. We're on a realm where you can only get drunk here. You know, you can only experience sensory experience here. So please don't get obsessed, because I got obsessed with the things I was eating, and I just went down all these rabbit holes, and I was like, and it turns out I've actually been stopping myself from having so much fun, and I've been way too serious, and that's what I realised last night. I'm just allowed to be. I don't have to be this hyper independent best version of myself. I've been absolutely killing myself over literally trying to be, trying to be so far away from everything that you know, trying to be the furthest thing from an addict, trying to be the furthest thing from a consumerist pig, trying to be the furthest thing from a brain dead, unconscious person. And then it's like, actually, no, you're human. And do you know what? You're 21. Do something, but you're actually 21. My psychic medium, she was like, babe, I want you to act your age. I was like, oh, yeah, maybe. Because I actually have embodied a 40-year-old woman. Well, maybe even a 50-year-old. Well, actually, I'm apparently meant to be slaying when I'm 50. Anyway, that's what the medium said. But, yeah, that's actually what my birth chart says, actually. So after 50, I'm euphoric. Anyway, why do I go off so much? Do you like it? Is it fun? I don't know if it's really fun, because I'm actually very able to stay on track with it. Like, I understand it, but I don't know if you are. Sorry if it's painful. But yeah, so I'm gonna be slaying at 50. Relief from pain. Oh yeah, I've realised that I've been going ham on it. I've been going ham, but I would like to at least bring you. So I don't want to come on here and be like, right, you're all addicted and you're all doing this, that, and the other. This is not that. I love you. I love you unconditionally. Right. I just want to offer you, I want to talk from my own experience to just help you out. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just one of them. I'm just so selfless like that. Please, no, I'm joking. I love doing that. It's such fun. Okay, so, yeah, temporary relief, and like instant and temporary relief. But the thing is with it, like, even like, I don't know, we rather than sit there and be with the pain that we have, or rather than sit there and it's hard. I don't want to do it. I don't like doing it. I like to escape. I've actually lived in a bit of an escapist mindset. Well, I did a lot of, I just went, whatever, won't get into it, but like, yeah, and just drink, like when I worked at TGI's, I was drinking a lot, and like, but it was good. I had fun. I was living my, like, whatever. I'm a human. I'm experiencing, and I come here to experience. That's what it's all about. But it's like I started to realize, actually, no, alcohol has a bad effect on my body. It has a bad effect on my mental health. No, and now I don't even drink alcohol. Really, like I'm really not. I'm not a drinker. She says, "Watch me be out on Wednesday for social night." I will have a drink for a social and for a laugh because I'm 21. And literally, my medium said, "Go get drunk." I was like, "Yeah, but it's low vibrational, and alcohol is the spirit of the it eats your spirit and all that." I don't know. I heard it on TikTok, please. But no, I don't have spirits anyway. She was like, "Just go let your hair down," and I have been. I've become obsessive. I have, and you know what? It's not like me either. And like, I'm such a chill person. I'm such a free spirit. I'm such a chill person. But when it comes to all this spiritual stuff, and when it comes to what I'm putting in my body, when it comes to what I'm putting in now, I'm very, very ridiculously. Well, it's mainly what I'm putting in. I get very, very ridiculously, and I need to let that go. I've done all the work, and I've let it go last night. All right, let it go last night. Nothing controls me. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about addiction and instant gratification, and how like people get addicted to buying clothes, or if you're having a bad day, it's like, oh, I'll just buy this then, or you need that instant gratification of having a drink, or buying that, or doing that, and it's consumerism. Obviously, it makes you addicted to that instant gratification. We do live compulsively in that, even just getting like dopamine hits off TikTok, and it's like constantly the swipe. That's why you get addicted to the scroll. It's all these things that are like literally everywhere to get us addicted and consumed everywhere. So don't be hard on yourself, because it's everywhere to get us addicted and consumed, literally everywhere. There's chemicals and everything, and just no, let's not go down there. Sorry, silly. Shh. Don't worry, darling. It's okay. You're protected and guided. It's lovely. It's fine. But they want us to be addicted. You know what I mean? That's the whole purpose of everything. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, when we're in pain, we tend to crave these instant gratifications, these instant reliefs. But actually, what I'm saying to you is, you've got to play the long game. If you want long term, sustainable relief and peace and stuff like that, then you need to start to get to know yourself, and you need to start to. The thing is with awakening, it's hard. I can't sit here and say you need to do this, because every single one of you watching this video is different right now, and this is going to resonate with every single one of you differently right now. What I will say is, I think the main things here is like understanding that emotions have obviously messages, allowing yourself to completely be, but also, like I said at the start, it's like taking a little bit more time to be responsible for your pain and to be responsible for your internal mess, so that it doesn't seep out into other people that didn't hurt you, or so that your pain here doesn't manifest into a version of yourself that you don't even like, and you'll look back on and whatever, or just so that this doesn't project to here and hurt other people. We can live in a lot more peace if we're all internally at peace, because when you're internally at peace, it's like when people are jealous, it's like if you were happy with yourself, you wouldn't even have the capacity to be jealous, because you'd be so happy and content with your own life, you couldn't be jealous of someone else. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, if you were so happy with it, you wouldn't judge another person. You couldn't be bothered to judge another person if you were that secure in who you are. So it's one of them where I'm saying is you wouldn't cause pain to other people if you were okay here. Or I'm not saying that it's pain to other people that you're causing, but it may even be just do you know what I mean? And I just feel like there's no point me saying you've got to do this, you've got to do this. Everyone has to go on their separate individual journeys and awakenings. So I hope that some of this stuff just triggers that for you, and that's just going to happen naturally. And I don't want to go on too much, but I think that was just something I wanted to touch on, is addiction and instant gratification. So just see in your life maybe where you're sort of searching for instant relief and instant gratification, and where maybe you should take more time to listen to the message of the emotion that occurs, rather than just trying to escape the emotion or escape the uncomfortableness. Yeah, so you're gonna have to sit in the uncomfortableness a little bit, okay? We're so like in this white world, in this like first world, obviously we're gonna fucking chase comfort, because everything is sacrificed and made for our own comfort. God, anyway. So yeah, there's that. Tea break. Fucking tea's going cold. Do you know what? I'm loving that biscuit and that tea. Before I went and got it, I thought, yeah, but I think of all that sugar, is it good for you? Shut up! Literally shut up! You're fine. And it's not like I'm having 20 packs of biscuits every day. I've literally I bought 4 Marylands. Like, 4 Marylands, not going to kill you. You're alright. Just enjoy. I've realised that nothing that nice can be that bad for you. Like, obviously, everything that's nice is probably bad for you. Big statement, not true. But, I just feel like, yeah, just don't overthink things. I shouldn't overthink things. That's a message for me. I feel like I need to just stop overthinking things. Anyway, so also another thing I wanted to say. So we've got that emotions bring you messages, so pay attention to them. We've got the energy stores in your body. Okay, so don't be surprised when trauma starts coming up and you're like, hello, how, what, why. Also, just know that a lot of things live here. Whatever. Try and express. Try and release. Try and get to know yourself. However that resonates, try and get to know yourself. The real you. The real you. That sits in here crying to be seen. No, but... and then also, instant gratification, temporary relief, stuff like that. How can you create more long-lasting stability and happiness in your life? It's not about happiness, but yeah. Lack of stability and comfort keeps me unattached and free. Yeah. So, I feel like don't be upset because the thing is with pain is I feel like it makes me feel so sad. I'm like, well, why? It makes me feel sad that someone hurt me, and it makes me feel sad that I was hurt, or that I had to be in a survival mode, or that it makes me, and that's what I was crying about last night. I was like, oh honey, you were really in a survival mode. That's, it's quite sad when you have to grieve. You sort of grieve, and you sort of, healing really is, you grieve, and you're like, oh, shit, like I really went through it, and I really took on so much, and I really, maybe even like neglected myself, or you never know like what people have done through their pain. Some people literally go full blown into addiction, and some people go full blown into all these things, and then you grieve that moment of yourself where shit, actually, like, bless my little heart and soul, I was bloody, dying, I was freaking exploding, but let me tell you now, yeah, pain is power. So, and even the people that have brought you, so the people that have brought you the most pain in life, probably some of the biggest lessons you've had to learn are from the people that you hate the most in life. Do you know what I mean? So really, would you change anything, or would you, even if that person is a family member and you're like, this is, or like a literally your parent, and it's like, you should not have caused me pain like that. Valid. Seriously valid. And I'm not telling you that that's not valid. I'm not telling you you have to have any kind of relationship with anyone that hurt you, family or not. And that's on period. Okay. But no, but what I learned is actually, in a way, those people, like, that's your luck. In a way, that's your like, that's your learning, and that person is actually in a way a blessing, and you can be separate from that person, never talk to that person, never see that person again in your life, but you can bless that, and you can forgive that, you can bless that situation and say, actually, do you know what, you taught me to be strong, you taught me to be courageous, you taught me to be resilient, you taught me to be independent, you taught me to be, I'm gonna, I generally find that when I'm in these states of like, when the pain starts coming back, and now I'm no longer in a survival state where I'm forced to just keep going with that pain. I'm in a state where I'm, I have to feel that, and I have done so much work, and then I come back into the places or people that have caused me pain, and I'm like, oh, and I have to see it from this new perspective, or this like, and I'm like, okay, how do you feel? And I'm like, not great. But I'm like, okay, but this is like, and you understand it from a different perspective, and I feel like the lack of stability and comfort, and the lack of having those, sometimes it's like, if you don't have conventional parents, or you don't have conventional family structures, and you feel like, it does make you feel scared, because it just makes you feel, it can make you feel very alone, it can make you just feel very like you have to be hyper independent, and you feel like no one's gonna be there for you, you've got to do everything on your own, and you've got to carry the weight of the world, basically. Like, if you haven't got family that's supposed to be family that isn't family, or just, it could be anything for you. I don't know who's watching this video, and what pain you've been through, but those people, those places, those things that cause you pain are your power. Know that. And when you know that, God, you're unstoppable. But it's not going to be that easy at first, and it will be a journey of probably a lot of feeling and expressing, to the point where you think, how can I possibly feel and express anymore? But yeah, honestly, it's beauty in it. And if you ever want any help or anything, or you're struggling with something, comment on my video. Just come and talk to me, reach out. But yeah, so I realised that the lack of stability that I had, and the lack of kind of conventionalness, keeps me free, because it's like, I go home to Milton Keynes, I'm like, yeah, this is not home for me, but thank God it's not home for me, because otherwise I wouldn't move. I wouldn't feel this fire and this urge and this drive to fucking rip out and literally release myself from the chains. When we are comfortable, we are complicit. Hence why we watch wars go on and we sit there and we don't, because we're comfortable here. It doesn't affect us. It's not, a white person will look at the TV and not resonate with someone who doesn't look like them, and will sit there complicit, because their lives are comfortable. Their kind is fucking mollycoddled, by everything. Everything is made so that we live in this first world country and we're fine. So therefore we stay, because we're so comfortable, we can stay complicit. And only now that it's affecting more of us, we're like, sorry, us, but more like, even only now that it's actually affecting like white people, I'm not even joking, or like, just like, I don't know, people, whatever. Only now that it's like affecting the first world countries, is there an uproar. Do you know what I mean? Like, this shit's been going on for ages, and y'all be saying silent. Anyway, it's fine. We don't need to go down that road. We don't need to go down that road. But what I'm just saying is that comfortableness, like, if we're comfortable, we're complicit. Just basically, no one changes the world from being wrapped up in a blanket and mollycoddled, because you wouldn't. You'd just be so happy in your blanket. You wouldn't want to, But if you were shivering every night, just praying and praying for a blanket, you'd be like, I'm going to go out there and get a fucking blanket. And it's going to be, massive and fluffy and brilliant and beautiful. Best blanket you've ever seen. Do you know what I mean? So that's just a little thing for you there. But yeah, so if I was going to give any advice, if you're going for a healing period, or if you want to start your journey of just sort of like self-care and finding yourself and giving yourself that space and that freedom to express and feel your emotions, and maybe like sort of get to understand the pain that you hold, I would recommend nature for sure. And I don't mean just going for a walk, honey. You need to go sit with a tree, honey. Put your hands on the tree, take deep breaths. I know you're gonna feel like a pillock, but I did it. I do it. So don't worry. If you feel like a pillock, you're calling me one. You're calling me a pillock. No, but yeah, I would say so. Advice for healing: self-care, raising and maintaining frequency. So exercise, big one, great one. Gym is boring. Can't lie, gym's boring. Like team sports, even if you fucking hate sport, like even if you're not good, join rugby. Women's rugby, by the way, you can be so shit. And sorry, that was actually a spirit come out my voice there. Who was that? You can be so shit. No, but you can be never played rugby and never picked up a rugby in your life. You go down to a women's rugby field, you sound like you can be any shape, size, age. You sound like probably one of the best things to do, rugby. But obviously, I can imagine that's quite intimidating for some people. Any kind of team sport, even if it's not a team sport, go to a yoga class, go to a fucking arts class or something where you can socialize and exercise and express with someone else, with other people and stuff like that. Because if the gym's not your thing, I hear you. But if you're a solo person, boxing, gym, stuff like that, where it's on your own, badminton maybe, whatever, exercise, brilliant for you. Exercise, I would say, is more a maintainer of a frequency, is more a natural dopamine, a more sustainable dopamine. I wouldn't say it's a form of being able to process emotion, but I suppose actually, yes, if boxing, you can process anger, rugby, you can channel anger. Oh yeah, goosebumps I just got there, 100%. And I used to do it when I was younger. I think really helped me with my anger was boxing and rugby for sure. Even football, even just any kind of competition is really healthy for you. Like I can hear people. So that's definitely like a good maintainer. Oh yeah, sleep and rest. Okay, try not to get into a sleep too much, but also please allow yourself to rest. We're only human. We do not need to. We're not supposed to be on this rat race. We're not supposed to be, you know, allow yourself to be tired, especially if it's winter. Hibernate. It's the winter. We are like animals. As much as they don't tell us, and we stay on this little rat treadmill, and we're like, "How am I so tired?" It's winter. You're supposed to be in a cocoon, babe. So when spring comes, then maybe get up a bit more. But rest. Please allow yourself to rest. Don't feel guilty for resting. I've learnt this as well because we feel guilty for being unproductive. Sorry, what if you just wanted to? Sorry, what if my life is my life and I want to choose what I do with that day? What if actually, if I want to do nothing with my day, that's fine? Because I remember I'm having all these realizations since I've seen my psychic medium and since I went to Wales with my best friends. They are. I just love them. They're so good. And what am I fucking talking about? Oh, I was like, oh my god, this day, like we went to Wales for a couple of days, and I was like, this day is free. This is a free day. It's a free day. It's a free day of nothing. Because when I was working at TGI's, I was fucking working so much, going to bed, dreaming about working, getting up, going to work. And I realised that I have, through my life, constantly put myself in a mode of helping others, being there for others, and just always putting out this version of myself that is really helpful and really able to mould for other people's needs. No matter what I'm going through, I'm able to mould myself. And I realise why that I am so hyper functioning at that. I can hyper function at doing that. And that's a survival mode that I was in. It's a survival mode that I had to adapt because I had to go to work. I had to earn money and because I had to support myself because, I had to make sure that I acted a certain way because sometimes I was around drunk adults and I had to make sure that I wasn't, I had to mold myself to fit that. And I'm an empath, and they say that empaths usually have had to be able to gauge a room for their own safety. And I'm not saying that, I'm all right, don't worry, I'm fine. But I'm just saying that this might be something you can relate to and stuff like that. So, why was I talking about this? Oh, because I just realised that I was feeling so guilty for rest because I'd just been, and I think we're all very programmed this way. Darling, you could actually spend every day of the rest of your life doing nothing if you wanted to. I know that everything's, no, you can't because you've got to survive. You need to pay for your money. You need to pay for your bills. You can't survive, because everything's built so that we feel like we can't stop. Even if we feel like we can't possibly go on, we have to keep going. And that's the survival mode, and that's the trauma. It may not even be that fucking family members or anyone specifically has caused you trauma. It may be that the system itself is what's caused you trauma. And then unpacking that is very hard. That's a part of my own thing. It's not just the people and the places that have caused me issues. It's the fucking actual world we live in and the systems that are in place that have caused me trauma. And I am unpacking now. I am unprogramming my poor little soul, my poor little body, my poor little mind from all the madness. So please be gentle with yourself because, we've been basically taken for idiots since we were born. No, but, just sleep and rest and don't feel guilty. Do what you want. Eat a biscuit. Don't feel guilty. Yeah? Fucking live, laugh, love and don't feel guilty. oh, I love ya. I'm just sending all the love and I hope you're all right. I hope you're all right. And I love ya. Because you know what? Last night I had this moment myself and I said, I love ya. You've been so good. Bless ya. Putting your heart on the line. You know, it's like, oh, bless ya. Anyway, so I love myself. I love myself. Ah, love you too. Sending all the love and light. For real. Yeah, nature, big one. Something about the trees. You can't go wrong with a tree. Honestly, the trees. What trees? No, but trees. I can't explain to you about trees. They're just, oh my god. And even just having your hands in the mud and the dirt, do it. Look at the water, watch it fucking flow so slow, and it's like, oh, tranquility, and the air on your face, and the wind kisses you on the cheeks, and oh, nature, 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 my soul, my heart, my absolute girlfriend. Oh, you're my wife. You're my wife. Nature's my wife. I love it. Please go in the nature. That's the one big thing. Honestly, don't even worry about anything I've said today. Nature. Go and sit with it. Please. But yeah, nature for sure. Meditation if you can, but I know that's quite. I don't really even meditate that much. I've actually been guided to meditate more, which I will do. But there are other things that you can meditate. Doing your makeup is meditating because you get into a meditative state. Anything that takes you into like a, I'm not sure what it's called, whether it's beta or ether or theta waves. That's one of them. That's like a meditative wave. Anything that will bring you into a meditation where your thoughts will kind of boom. I think you can do, what else is meditating? I can't remember right off the top of my head, but I know that makeup sometimes, art, colouring, meditating. You know, it's very, because you get into like scribbling, scribing, writing, stuff like that. That's why journaling is very good, because it's a mix of both. It's like you're expressing your feelings and your understanding of, but you're also meditating in a way that makes it really easy to channel as well. So it may be really easy to kind of cut out all the bullshit and get to the point, because your anchor is the stuff you're writing. When you're meditating, your anchor is your breath. So every time that your thoughts might try to go somewhere, your anchor, you come back to your breath, and you come back to your breath, and then it's like you thought, and then and you're like back to me breath, and that's your anchor. When you're writing, that's your anchor, and then everything sort of goes back, and you're able to focus on what is actually necessary, and you're able to get clarity. Therefore, because when your mind is no clarity there, too much noise. But yeah, oh, and what, seriously, express, dance, sing, arts, like go see friends and have a laugh, community, any kind of community you've got, really good, family, etc., etc. But oh my god, dance and sing. Even if you're the worst singer to ever walk the fucking earth, sing your heart out, darling. It's going to bring you joy, I promise. Dance your little arse off, even if you've got no rhythm. Literally, boom, 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 you have to dance. Like, try and dance and sing at least a couple times a day, like serious, especially if you're living in a very serious corporate moment. Especially kids will help you, remind you of these things. Your inner child, you've got to make time for your inner child. Yes, you can go full hands down and go, oh, I'm going to be the highest version of myself, boom, 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 oh, I need to do this, I need to la, la, la. Even the present moment might be an uncomfortable place for you, but your inner child, you have to make time for your inner child, darling. You got to play. Honestly, this is one of the most important things. Obviously, you can always play. I was going to say you could literally always play, but it would cause less harm if you're always playing than always fucking not, being. But I have to stress, I can't stress to you enough, how important it is for you to play. Like, please, please, please make time for play. Whether you colour for 20 minutes, whether you do an accent and talk to your child, or whether you play hairdresser with your kid for a second, or whether you, any little bit of play, please do. Schedule play into your life. It is more important than meditation, believe it or not. It is more important than anything. Nature is at the top, I won't lie, then play. But nature and play can be also both. I used to draw in the nature. Great. Anyway. That's about it. What I'm going to do, I've got 333. So I've got a little 333 moment. Okay. Because I was writing a little plan for this and it just made me laugh. I said 333 moment. But so I've got 3 songs, 3 positive affirmations, and 3 questions for you to sit on and simmer on. I also might get a tarot card, a bit of a tarot card if you like, just to spice up the ante. No, sorry. So the 3 songs that I've got for you, I've got My Healing by Sophia Spallino. I'm going to put it in. I'll insert a clip. My Healing. It's it's a good song. It's like, listen to it when you're like, just hear the words, you know what I mean? It might also help trigger an awakening for you. I think it's a very important song. Please listen to that. Feels Like Freedom by Ruthie Foster, my favourite little tune. I was actually trying to channel. So I was like, what song should I put on? And then these all sort of came to me, and I was like, yeah. The My Healing one was like, I need to put that in. Feels Like Freedom was one of the first songs that came on. I was like, because that was like a song that I really resonated when I first started my awakening as well. Like, feels like freedom, because I'm very connected to a sense of freedom and like a, trying to find a Zion, trying to find a I'm very connected to like finding freedom, finding community, and just like sort of releasing the chains and just really reclusing from all these weird structure off grid. It's given off grid. It's given off grid, but it's also just given, yeah. Anyway, then I had Forgive Them Father by Miss Lauryn Hill because it came on and I thought, yeah, Forgive Them. I feel like that's because it's a theme of this, because it's Forgive Them Father, but it's also not as important as this next song that I feel like you should definitely. So it's free, and I'm going to do 3 of each, but I have put about 6 on it. No, there's 5. But I did just have originally them 3, but then so Fliptrix, he's a great artist, by the way, Fliptrix, go look into him. Some of his music is a little bit, I don't know if it'll be your vibe, whoever's watching, but his lyrics, very good. Fliptrix, The Essence is the song, I'm going to put it here anyway. The Essence. And See the Sun. See the Sun is one of my favourite ones. It's one of the first ones I ever found of him. And See the Sun was the reason why I actually went onto his profile and put his whole album onto my playlist. The Essence is quite like a bit more of a serious vibe, but See the Sun is like, it just encapsulates everything. I really, really like it. It's quite a bop as well. It's nice. It's very nice. Fliptrix, shout out, very, very good. 3 positive affirmations. My pain is my power, of course. I am so strong because you are. And I am never alone, because it feels like it in this world, doesn't it? But this is what this is for, all right? So my pain is my power. I am so strong and I am never alone, because that is period. And that is truth. So say that a couple times to yourself. Say that now for me. Go on. Go on. Say it. You got 3 questions. Okay. In what ways are you holding on to pain? So you could journal with these questions if you like. What ways am I holding on to pain? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you can journal with these questions. You can sit there and simply ask them to yourself now. You can ask them to a friend, whatever you feel like, darling. These are just questions that even you don't have to sit there and do anything. Like, I just want them to resonate with you. I want them to sit with you, and I want you to try and sort of answer them, please. That's what a question's for. In what ways are you holding on to pain? Okay. How are you giving yourself time and space to feel and process energy, if you are at all? Or how would you go about doing so? How are you going about giving yourself the time and space to feel and process energy? And how connected do you feel to nature? Because that genuinely is a direct link to how connected you are to yourself. Because if you don't feel love for the nature, then you don't feel love for yourself. If you don't feel connected and one with the nature, you don't feel like that with yourself or the people or the world around you. Nature, I can't express the importance of it. You only know when you know. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that is pretty much it. I might pull some tarots. Is that a bit wild? I'm going to check what time we're on, because I bet I've been chatting shit for years. Oh, I didn't say a time. What does up there? Wait, I can't see. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's been 50 minutes, but to be fair, some of this will get cut out, so I'll see. Is that going to... Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Forgive them, forgive them. Right, I'm just going to get 1 or 2 little cards just to give us a moment. Like, so Spirit, just come in for me, please. I don't know if this is even going to catch my voice. I feel like it will. Come in for me real quick and just get a little card or 2 for the collective that are watching this video. I could have a card or 2, my love. Okay. Yeah, I got this energy last time. I feel like people that are attracted to this video, this channel, that aren't just people that are friends with me and found me because they want to watch me. People that are attracted to this video, yeah, I feel like you are already on this journey onto like up and onto better things, but also just like people that are kind of on their way to just kind of like already on this spiritual awakening, sort of this journey, maybe very, very early onto it. I do sense that quite a few of you are very, very early onto it. You sort of like surface level spirituality. Then there also is definitely going to be people that are on all sorts of the spectrum. But I feel like even if you're not, all for hands into spirituality, you are very much open-minded and you're very, I don't know, you're very open to just creating more peace and more ease for yourself. Does that make sense? Yeah, this is people that want. I feel like people that want, to do something with their life. Like this is people that want to literally create the most abundance and love in them. That they've got a lot of ideas. Very creative audience. I'm feeling very creative, passionate. That kind of audience. Love that. Love that view. Yeah, powerful. We're the we're the love generation. I'm really feeling that for us. The collective that is that I'm creating here, that is being pulled here right now. I'm actually asking Spirit to make sure that this video hits the people that it needs to hit and it connects to the people that it needs to connect to. And I love you all. Let's make a good little family. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed that. Oh, do you know what? We'll just get one little spirit animal card before we go, even though I've literally been sat here for an hour and I don't even know if my storage is going to allow this. Oh. Yeah, okay. So we've got the Raven, Shaman. I feel like you guys are something. You're trying to be, leaders, artists, like this is a given unconventionality, it's given deep spiritual wisdom, it's given teachers, leaders, creators, magic. Okay, you are the creator and the magician. You may also feel like you've always been a bit of a black sheep or a little bit of a wild card or a little bit of a wild spirit. You may always feel a little bit like, you know what I mean? And now you're like, oh, she knows what she's talking about. I can use my pain's power. We're all artists, dark night of the soul. They know about it. Any good magician, any good musician has been through it. Why do you think their songs are so good? Period. You are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is a power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits, bloody nature. If this ain't a sign, it's a sign now. And glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. Y'all give me good vibes. I'm just so excited for it. It's like, it's giving 60s, 70s hippie revolution. It's giving magical butterflies coming out of their cocoons, ready to shine, ready to fly. Love you all. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell. Please also leave me a comment. Yeah, that's about it, really. Please leave whatever you would like to leave. And thank you for watching. Boo!